All right, if you're following U.S. fintech stocks, the last 72 hours have been, well, a real roller coaster. So we're going to quickly break down everything you need to know about some of the biggest names in the space.
We're covering 8 of the biggest names out there. Think Affirm, Robinhood, SoFi, PayPal, you get the idea. So let's get you caught up on everything that's been happening right now.
Okay, so what's the big picture here? Let's dive right into the latest trends that are shaping the entire fintech market as we speak. And we're going to start with the absolute latest, most time-sensitive stuff. We're talking about what's breaking right now.
So let's focus on just the last 24 hours. A couple of companies really stole the show with some pretty major announcements about new products and big-time partnerships.
First up, let's talk about Affirm. They just confirmed a huge partnership with Target. I mean, think about that. This is a massive deal for the whole buy now, pay later space, right? They're getting incredible exposure just as we head into the holiday shopping craziness. This could really signal a big surge in people using their service. And then there's Robinhood. You know that crypto wallet everyone's been waiting for? Well, they finally did it. They've officially rolled it out to all of their users. And this is a big deal because, Robinhood is kind of seen as a barometer for retail investor interest. So everyone's watching this one super closely to see if it can get trading activity fired up on the platform again. Okay, so that's the super fresh news. Now, let's zoom out a little bit from just the last 24 hours and look at some key events from earlier this week. Because honestly, this is what really set the stage for everything we're seeing now. That 48-hour window between October 29th and 30th, that was absolutely critical. I mean, it was just jam-packed with these really foundational announcements from other fintech giants that, really moved the needle for the whole market. And yeah, this table really lays it all out. It was just a flurry of activity in that short window. For example, you had SoFi reporting these blowout Q3 earnings that just completely smashed what everyone was expecting. That sends a really strong signal about where they're headed, right? And at the same time, you've got PayPal announcing this huge partnership to be a payment option on Amazon. So you can see these weren't just small, everyday updates. No way. These were massive, fundamental announcements that could really shape the long-term future for these companies. So after all that, what's the bottom line here? What are the big takeaways, and where do we go from here? Okay, so here's how I see it. It really feels like the whole sector is moving on 2 different tracks at the same time. On one hand, you've got this immediate, headline-grabbing news, like Robinhood's crypto wallet, that creates a lot of short-term buzz. But then, on the other hand, you have these massive strategic moves. I'm talking about SoFi's killer earnings report and PayPal teaming up with Amazon. And those are the things that give us a much better idea of the long-term game. And all of this really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? When you've got companies like SoFi showing off these super strong fundamentals, and then others like Affirm making these really aggressive partnership plays, who do you think is best positioned to come out on top next quarter? That's really the thought I want to leave you with.